is now called. The state of Texas versus Ruth Johnson. There's a motion to revoke probation filed
Yes, sir.
on September 1st, 2023. You, Ruth Johnson.
Yes, sir.
And you're here with your attorney, Mr. Dusler. Raise your right hand, please. Your other right hand. God bless you.
Sorry,
There
I'm so
you go.
sorry. I'm nervous.
That's okay. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Lower your hand. Does the defendant waive a formal reading of this? Can we proceed in?
Yes, sir.
In summary, this motion states that on January 23rd of earlier this year,
Yes, sir.
you were sentenced to 5 years in prison, probated for 10 years, regular probation, for the third degree felony of unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon.
Yes, sir.
Is that true?
Yes, sir.
That's 1 and 2, Your Honor.
Mhm. Number one, states you failed to report to the probation office on or about February 7th. Hold on. That was 2 weeks after we put you on probation. Then
explain.
February 16th, April 4th, April 20th, and May 9th of 2023. Is that true or untrue?
It's true, but I caught COVID. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to, and I did call the people at the probation office and tell them that I was sick.
Okay, let me ask the probation office. Was she an absconder?
Yes.
Okay, when did she last report? And you're Miss Rogers, right?
No, I'm
No?
going to, I just started.
Oh, you did? Okay. Miss, what happened to,
I got a new probation officer too in the midst of getting.
hey, things work. Probation officers
Yes, I know.
change and we never have problems because people pick up the slack. But, so when was the last time she reported?
Earlier in the year.
Yeah, speak up so you can,
January.
in January. Oh, okay, because she was placed on probation on January 23rd.
No, it was. Can I get this?
Mhm.
The actual report that I have here is for February the 23rd.
February 21st. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So she was on absconder ever since then.
Yes.
Okay. And then I get from Ms. Rogers an administrative hearing in or order or motion stating that as of May 9th, 2023, May 9th, that would have been going on, let's see. February, March, April, May, going on 4 months, the defendant had not reported. And although she must have reported on March 21st, because allegation 2 here, Ms. Johnson states that on March 21st of 2023, right in the middle of the COVID situation that you're talking about, that you tested positive for cocaine
Yes, sir.
on a urine sample. Is that true or untrue?
Yes, sir. It's true. I thought I was in trouble, so I didn't know what to do. And then
So you just go,
no,
if you're in trouble, you go buy cocaine.
No, I wasn't that.
Is
I
that,
did have, before I got on probation, I did have a problem with it. I just got scared, and sometimes when I'm scared,
go buy cocaine?
I do so.
Okay, well, that has consequences to it that are severe, man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you pleading true then to allegations 1 and 2 of
Yes,
this
sir.
motion to revoke probation
Yes, sir.
voluntarily and because those are true?
Yes, sir.
You understand by pleading true, that is enough to grant this motion to revoke probation. Your probation can now be revoked. You can be sentenced
Yes,
to stand by to no less than 2 nor more than 5 years confinement in prison.
yes, sir.
Knowing that, you insist on pleading true today.
Yes, sir.
I find you are pleading true voluntarily. You understand and appreciate the consequences of pleading true.
Yes, sir.
Stand by just a second. probation office in its administrative hearing to me, the officer stated that you made, since being placed on probation in January, you have made no notable progress in coming in. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna add, you interrupt, and that's rude. Don't add that. That you made no notable progress in coming into compliance with the conditions of probation. You reported sporadically and now have appeared to cease reporting altogether, as you reported in person on 3/20, which they tested you for drugs and that came out positive for cocaine that you have pleaded true to. So this COVID situation that you're trying to assert, number one, you don't have COVID forever. And number two, I know the doctor is not prescribing cocaine for your COVID. So that's a problem. All right, now, what shall we do?
She has asked me to request the court to consider reinstating her on probation and getting her into some kind of drug treatment program. She's acknowledged here before the court today.
Pre-sentence report.
She's acknowledged before the court today that she's got this drug issue that pops up. She thinks she had it whipped, but obviously she didn't as of March of this year. So she's asking the court to consider reinstatement.
See, in 2006, not to interrupt you there, I was looking at the pre-sentence report. In 2006, you were placed on probation for illegal possession of controlled substance. You were revoked in 2008 and sentenced to 2 years in prison.
It wasn't my drugs. It really wasn't. That's the reason why I started using, sir.
That was in 2006. Okay, pull that judgment up for me real quick. It looks like it's, I don't know. It doesn't show a cost number. Then in 2018, you pleaded guilty to illegal possession of controlled substance and you received 180 days in the jail in 2018 on that. In the probation office. How old are you now? I hate 38. All right. Probation office prepared this pre-sentence report on this case that you're on probation for here.
Yes, sir.
And this states that you started using K2, which is not a good thing, at the age of 22, and you were using it daily until 2019. So that would have been about over 10 years of daily use of K2. Is that true?
Yes, sir.
You don't think that's gonna make you goofy?
He said,
Well, it's not funny. I mean, it's there's nothing funny about this. I mean, you think the people who use heavy equipment and fly planes, that they're using K2 every day? No, just this one. All right. On going back on this illegal possession in 2006 here. Well, this is in front of Judge Gist, wasn't?
yes, sir.
Okay, what did you want to say about this?
I was riding in the car with somebody and they didn't claim their drugs. And that's the reason why I started using crack cocaine. And I'm
You pleaded guilty to.
I had no choice. I didn't know nothing about it.
Yes, you had choice. You were.
I didn't know nothing about the
I'm
law.
sorry. Hold on. Mike Van Zant was your lawyer. He was a very. Are you going to badmouth him?
I'm not, I don't.
No,
Yes,
Mr.
I
Vic-
did because I didn't
Right.
know, Judge, I didn't know nothing about the law, and I didn't know that if I could fight that case,
You didn't know anything about the
if it
law.
wasn't my drugs, I was green to getting in trouble. I just wanted to hurry up and go home.
Well, when you, I'm sorry, in 2006, how old would you have been in 2006?
21.
You're old enough to know.
Now I am
Oh, you're not? You're not, you've been an adult for 4 years.
in trouble. That was my first time ever getting in trouble.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's see.
First time ever getting in trouble. I've never seen the inside of a courthouse or nothing. That was
Yeah,
my
but you were
first time.
represented.
I didn't know.
Well, hold on. How old were you again?
I was almost 21. I'd never been in trouble. I've never been in trouble in my life.
Well, hold on. It says that you were using cannabis when you were 15.
No, I wasn't. That's
Just
a
what you
lie.
told the probation officer.
No, that's a lie.
Okay, that's a lie. Okay. I'm sorry. Cocaine, when you were 21 when you started using cocaine,
That's when I caught this case, yes, sir.
and then you pleaded guilty. You pleaded guilty here to this case. You had a lawyer representing you, and they placed you on probation. Given you, in fact, it was a very good probation. It was deferred, where you weren't found guilty and given a second chance. And then
My grandmother, sorry.
you're interrupting. Hold, stand by. You're gonna get a chance to talk here. So you were placed on probation December 18th of 2006. And you failed to complete the required Texas Jefferson County Women's Center, which is to help you with your issues. And apparently you didn't
My grandmother.
do that. And then your probation, let's see, when was that motion filed? A motion was filed on 11 months after you were placed on probation. And then Judge Gist revoked, you were revoked, and then you were sentenced to 2 years in prison, which was the minimum. So, and all of this were pleas of true. You pleaded guilty to the indictment. They placed you on probation, and you pleaded true to failing to attend and complete the Texas Jefferson County Women's Center program that was there to help you. And so you were convicted. Then you have this illegal possession of a firearm by a felon that you were charged with on in June of last year. You pleaded guilty there on January of this year, and right out of the box, you did you absconded and then had got caught with cocaine in your system within a short time of being placed on probation. But it's not your fault. Is that your?
That is my fault.
all right.
I didn't say that wasn't my fault.
All right.
I could take.
I want to know what it is you want to tell me now. Go
I said
ahead.
that it wasn't my. I understand that. Yeah, I chose drugs when I got in trouble, but the first time I got in trouble, it was not my fault. I didn't know that man had them drugs in that car.
But we're not talking about that's history now. We're not going to relitigate that. That's all done and
But that's
finished. No, you're on. We're talking about your probation now.
I messed up.
Okay, you messed up. All right. So here's the question.
Wait,
What should we do?
can I go to the Chase DDI program?
We gave you a chance already. What shall we do? What states?
Your Honor, state asking for 5 years. At least she's already been given a break by limiting it to the 5 years instead of the 10. And like you said, within 2 weeks of her being placed on probation, she starts failing to report. Within 2 months, she's tested positive for cocaine.
Okay, Mr. Dusler, what do you think?
Yeah, all right. Again, it's a difficult situation because it's obvious by her remarks today and the way she presents herself that she's got a drug issue, that she's also got
Yeah, but
issues.
you can't, but she had an opportunity. Are you gonna interrupt during this whole proceeding? Or are we gonna have to put like a mask around your mouth so you don't talk? We learned that when we were in first grade. Our teachers corrected us.
You already said you're giving me 5 years. so
Anything else you want to say? You've interrupted everybody.
Okay.
That's not right. You get a chance to be heard. I haven't made my ruling yet.
It's not gonna work because you made your
All right.
decision already. Please, I'm a MHMR patient, okay? I take medication in the free world, okay?
You know what?
Sorry, sir.
All of us are
I didn't
imperfect
take my
people.
medicine this morning because the jail didn't
Here's what
give
we're
it to
gonna
me.
do. You're going back for timeout right now.
I don't
You
need
gotta go on back.
my time.
When you can resolve, when you can get to your composure, we'll bring you back out. We've got other things to do right now.
My time, please.
No, we got other things to do where people are more composed than you. Sorry.